Hi, my name's Al, and I want to first give you my sobriety date. It is December the 13th, 1983. I have been a member of Alcoholics Anonymous for all these years. That means I have 40 years of sobriety. Recently, I have noticed on TikTok there is a very nice young lady who is not in favor of Alcoholics Anonymous and giving out some information that she may think is true but is not true. The first thing I would like to address is the preamble. This young lady read a preamble that is not true. I would like to read the real preamble for you now. This is the same preamble that I have been reading for many, many years. And so it goes like this. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of men and women who share their experience, strength, and hope with each other that they may solve their common problem and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We are self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politic, organization, or institution, does not wish to engage in any controversy, neither endorses nor opposes any causes. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. That is the preamble that is read at just about every meeting that I have ever attended, and there are thousands of meetings that I have attended. So what she read instead was how it works from the 5th chapter of the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. How it works, I want to read to you also. It goes like this. Rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. Those who do not recover are people who cannot or will not completely give themselves to this simple program. Usually men and women who are constitutionally incapable of being honest with themselves. There are such unfortunates. They are not at fault. They seem to have been born that way. They are naturally incapable of grasping and developing a manner of living which demands rigorous honesty. Their chances are less than average. There are those too who suffer from grave emotional and mental disorders, but many of them do recover if they have the capacity to be honest. Our stories disclose in a general way what we used to be like, what happened, and what we are like now. If you have decided that you want what we have and are willing to go to any length to get it, then you are ready to take certain steps. As some of these we balked, we thought we could find an easier, softer way, but we could not. With all the earnestness at our command, we beg of you to be fearless and thorough from the very start. Some of us have tried to hold on to our old ideas, and the result was nil until we let go absolutely. Remember that we deal with alcohol, cunning, baffling, powerful. Without help, it is too much for us. But there is one who has all power. That one is God. May you find him now. Half measures availed us nothing. We stood at the turning point. We asked his protection and care with complete abandon. Here are the steps we took, which are suggested as a program of recovery. 1, we admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. 2, came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. 3. Made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. 4. Made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. 5. Admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. 6. Were entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. 7. Humbly asked Him to remove our shortcomings. 8. Made a list of all persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. 9. Made direct amends to such people whenever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. 10. Continued to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. 11. Sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood Him, praying only for knowledge of His will for us and the power to carry that out. 12. Having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we tried to carry this message to alcoholics and to practice these principles in all our affairs. Many of us exclaimed, "What an order, I can't go through with it." Do not be discouraged. No one among us has been able to maintain anything like perfect adherence to these principles. We are not saints. The point is that we are willing to grow along spiritual lines. The principles we have set down are guides to progress. We claim spiritual progress rather than spiritual perfection. Our description of the alcoholic, the chapter to the agnostic, and our personal adventures before and after make clear 3 pertinent ideas. A, that we were alcoholic and could not manage our lives. B, probably no human power could have relieved our alcoholism. And C, that God could and would if He were sought. Now, if you'll notice where I read, and there's this step 1, it says powerless. The young lady that I am talking about constantly uses the word powerless. I maybe not have seen all of her videos, but I have seen enough of them where she has said, we are out for money, we are out to convince you that you are powerless, and a few other things. But if you'll notice in step 1, it says powerless over alcohol. See, I myself, when I was drinking back before 1983, when I took that first drink, I was off to the races. You couldn't stop me. Alcohol controlled everything. It managed my entire life. You know, it was that everything I did was to make sure I had enough alcohol in the house so that I wouldn't start getting the heebie-jeebies and go off the deep end. So alcohol was the enemy. John Barleycorn was my enemy. But when I got into Alcoholics Anonymous, they made a point of, yeah, this is your enemy, but this is the path, this is another path that you can take that will lead you to being sober. Now, when I say sober, I'm not talking about being dry. What I'm talking about is the desire to drink is lifted. Now, you're going to have to do some work for that, and you're only going to get out of this program what you put in. This is your program, and you must do an inside job to relieve you and set you free. So anyway, I will make some more of these videos, and I will start to explain something about the steps and something about the fellowship. Thank you.